been locked into place.
Pop rapper Marky Mark headed off a protest rally in New York's Times Square Thursday by apologizing for his involvement in racial and anti-gay incidents when he was a teenager. Marky Mark's manager blames the rapper's past actions on a difficult childhood. Lauren?
Entertainment news, Hollywood.
Most people know Blair Underwood from his role as Jonathan Rollins in L.A. Law. But now the actor is taking a big risk, both in front of and behind the camera, in a new film. CNN's Sherry Sylvester has that story.
CNN Entertainment News, New York.
In June of 1990, 4 brothers living on an isolated farm in central New York made headlines when one was found dead in his bed. Another brother was tried for the murder. Now the story is being told in a new film entitled Brother's Keeper. More from CNN's Julie Jorgensen.
It no longer is a mercy killing.
As he does every Friday, Dennis Michael joins us now in our Hollywood studios with this week's home video preview. Welcome, Dennis.
Couple of good pictures this weekend. If you look in your kitchen cupboard this weekend, you'll find that if you find that you're out of microwave popcorn, don't worry. Bram Stoker's Dracula comes out on home video later this year.
Well, Dennis, I noticed you brought a new toy out.
We got a great new toy. This gadget is the Franklin Digital Book System, and loaded in the back here, as you can see, is a teeny-weeny chip with a database of over 6,700 movie titles. 6,700 movie titles. You can look movies up by awards, by year, by actors, and even, oddly enough, by title. For example, if I want to punch up this particular little-known 5-star film called Casablanca, and it's right here. You can see it.
Michael Curtiz was the director and the cast. Ingrid Bergman, Humphrey
Yeah, look who got top billing. Ingrid Bergman.
How expensive is it, though?
Well, let's see. The actual system is it's under $300. These individual chips inside they're extra.
And batteries, too.
Batteries not included.
All right, Dennis. Very interesting. Thank you. And now let's check back in with Lauren in New York. Well, updating a story from last week, you'll recall the Motion Picture Academy was curious about where that giant Oscar statue in Michael Jackson's home theater came from. Turns out the statue was bought at a memorabilia shop, and the Academy is not going to pursue the matter because Jackson doesn't know where the statue was before that. Well, meanwhile, Jackson's recent interview with Oprah Winfrey has breathed new life into his Dangerous album. Some 60,000 copies of Dangerous were sold last week, as compared to 8,000 a week in January. The 1991 work is also climbing the charts again. After a low of number 149 on the Billboard charts, Dangerous has zoomed to number 12. An unprecedented comeback for an album more than a year old. And in Hollywood, I'm Bella Shaw. And for everyone here at Showbiz Today, we thank you for watching, and we hope you have a great weekend. Now a look at what's ahead on CNN from Bobby Batista in Atlanta.
Bella, thanks. Coming up next, President Clinton peddles his economic plan.
Are we going somewhere? You can eat anything you want.
Okay. That's Early Prime. I'm Lou Waters.
I'm Cheryl Atkinson. We'll see you here tomorrow.
Take care. Bella Shaw, what's next?
Well, Lou and Cheryl, next on CNN, we'll talk with Oscar nominee Al Pacino. Also, we'll tell you why director Spike Lee visited a New York prison over the weekend. And Los Angeles gears up for the Grammy Awards. Those stories and much more next on Showbiz Today. Well, awards season continues. Over the weekend, the American Society of Cinematographers honored the camera and light work of Hoffa as the best of the year. The film beat out A River Runs Through It, The Last of the Mohicans, and A Few Good Men for the prize. The Television Cinematography Award was given to Jake and the Fat Man, Bill. Well, last year's big Grammy winner was Natalie Cole. Now, 1 year later, Cole was honored again, receiving the MusiCares Person of the Year award for her philanthropic contributions. Past recipients David Crosby and Bonnie Raitt were among those present to honor the singer. MusiCares promotes the general welfare of music industry members. Besides MusiCares, Cole's efforts include educating homeless children and AIDS research. At the event, both Cole and past recipients spoke about the honor. Though her various humanitarian activities keep her busy, Natalie Cole still has time for her music. The singer's next album is scheduled to be released in May. Excitement is building in normally laid-back Los Angeles for this week's 35th Annual Grammy Awards. Over the weekend, rehearsals began for the music industry's big night. Triple nominee and expectant mother Vanessa Williams was one of the artists practicing for her performance. Also gearing up was nominee Arturo Sandoval. He says he can hardly wait to take the stage to perform with his band on Grammy night. Other scheduled Grammy performers include Michael Jackson, In Vogue, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bill?
Entertainment News, New York.
Ken Nordine is up for a Grammy this year for Best Spoken Word or Non-Music Album. As Jeff Locke reports from Chicago, Nordine has turned his voice into an instrument for commercials, as well as his own brand of art. Groundhog Day still tops our box office chart, and if our movie analyst Martin Grove sees his shadow, Groundhog Day will have at least 6 more weeks of strong business, Marty.
Bella, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Now, but even more interesting this past weekend was the box office performance of the Oscar-nominated films. You pays your money and you takes your chances, Bella.
Well, now, Marty, do people want to see these movies because the nominations must mean they're good, or just to give them something to talk about around the water cooler?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both, of course, but you know, when everybody else is talking about Oscar-nominated movies, who wants to be the only one who can't join in?
Particularly in the case of The Crying Game.
Indeed, and that is one film. You don't want to give the secret away because that would throw cold water on it.
Okay, Marty. Now we've got everybody curious. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. And we'll have more Showbiz news in just a minute, so stay with us. And in Hollywood, I'm Bella Shaw. And for everyone here at Showbiz Today, we thank you for watching. Now a look at what's ahead on CNN from Frank Sesno in Washington.
Thanks, Bella.